Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back to the Booze and the Bees. We're now currently on Spotify.
Yeah.
You could be listening to this on there or YouTube. Either way, we appreciate you so much. I have my cabbage with me this episode if you're watching. My little toy cabbage for Christmas, and it's my jazz cabbage because y'all know we like to get jazzy on here. Right?
Yeah. More jazzy. Doo-boo-doo-boo-boo. Jazz. Jazz.
I heard on not the news. My news is TikTok, but I heard on the TikTok
The news. It's probably like better news than like CNN and Fox. To be
people
honest.
say they get way more information on TikTok than the news.
Because you get like a couple people actually get to say something before they get banned, and it's probably true.
They don't normally get in trouble.
They don't get in trouble.
For telling the news?
I think there's like the news is regulated by government, and they're like, look, if you start telling the truth, you're banned, right? Or blocked. That's what Twitter did for so long. So I feel like if it's a topic they don't want you talking about, they'll ban you for it.
Maybe, yeah.
But I think enough people hear it first, and then it's too late.
Well, there's millions of people.
Yeah, there's...
Sometimes they get millions of views, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, the story I was going to tell was apparently in New Mexico, I believe, at a prison. They found 500 graves dug up of prisoners, and like they never told the families and stuff. So like if somebody died there, like how it came out was like someone's son got I guess killed by an officer there, and then the parents found out.
Oh my God.
And the crazy part is you have to pay to get the body back.
What?
You have to pay the prison
That doesn't make sense.
if you want to take the body and bury it somewhere else. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
500 bodies found.
That's so ridiculous.
I know.
And the fact, what is more ridiculous is that prisons are privately run. Like, they make profit. It's not like you make enough to run. It's profit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
That shouldn't be allowed.
No, that's ridiculous. Because then, obviously, if you make billions of dollars arresting criminals, you can, like, go and pay politicians to make more crimes. So you get more prisoners. It's like, that shouldn't be a thing.
Who owns the prisons? Just random business people?
Whoever. We could own a prison if we want to. We just had to build a really secure place.
I would never want to. That is not my kind of work environment that I'm working for.
But you could do it. That's all I'm getting at. It's
anybody
like,
can.
Anyone can go do it. Like,
That's
you probably,
crazy.
just like any industry, you have to have, like, permits and stuff, I'm sure. Like, I don't know all the stipulations of prison owning. For anyone out there like, oh, this guy just wants to own a prison. He's done so much research. I haven't.
I haven't.
I haven't. But, I can't believe it makes money.
Well, I mean, I guess I can. It's the world.
It's this one thing where it's like that dangerous slope between what's government owned and controlled and what's privately owned and controlled. Because then you can say, oh, well, the government should be in charge of all food sources, and the government should be in charge of all transportation, and the government should be in charge of all housing. And then you have this really dangerous thing where it's just communism, and then everyone starves.
Who started the government?
We did. You know Hamilton like by heart. You know every song.
But that's just how it started. Is like the people were like, we just need someone to like take charge and tell us what to do.
You literally
Babe.
know all of Hamilton.
Okay, you can keep telling me that, but obviously I'm asking you questions. I won't ask questions
Yeah,
anymore.
they wrote laws and government stuff, and they said it's a republic, not a democracy. So democracy is like, say you own a house and all your neighbors vote that they own your house now, that a majority would rule and then they get to take your house. So that's not what we live in. We live in a republic where there's sets of rules, and the rules don't belong to anybody. And the rule is, if I own my house, I own my house, and nobody can vote that away. Now, it's a democratic republic because people are allowed to vote to change the laws and say, okay, to own a house, you must do XYZ paperwork and pay taxes or do whatever, right? So people tend to be able to vote on those things. And then as far as taxes go, the government is just a bunch of crooks, and they just steal all your money anyway. So those rules we don't really get to vote on. It's just a bunch of people in office get to vote on all the stuff we really care about. But we get to vote on certain things
Yeah.
That they don't really care as much about, that don't involve taxes. So it's about us electing politicians that we hope.
I never thought we would talk about this on our podcast.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
so funny.
This is a no politics zone, so we don't talk about it anymore.
I hate talking about politics.
Well, we're done. No more.
I brought it up. It's okay.
I know. Weird of you to do that.
Well, I mean, I brought up a story, and then
Yeah.
it kind of led to talking about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we haven't watched a Gypsy Rose documentary yet.
We haven't.
We were talking about
It's a
that last
lot.
episode, and it was funny because we were looking for a show on TV with our mini, and they saw a bunch of like Gypsy Rose stuff.
And she knew. I was like, how do you know this person?
my
You
9-year-old
shouldn't
knows.
know this person.
I told him she's literally the biggest pop culture news.
It doesn't make any sense. Well, look, our
Even her little
podcast is
YouTubers
titled
are talking
Gypsy
about
Rose
him.
right now, and we'll see if it gets any views. And if not, then we know it didn't matter anyway.
Everything we're talking about matters.
Hmm.
We can't determine that based off algorithm.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit.
Not really.
Oh, not really. That's what I
No,
meant.
because it.
Oh, my shirt.
What? Oh my god.
It's okay. It's too late. All 40 people will know.
Well, I do make clips of these too, and like actually, like our clips get 500 views each on my TikTok right now, my new TikTok.
Heck yeah.
So we're getting thousands of views on our podcast clips.
We are getting thousands of views.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really think that's a big thing once we start reaching out to some more of these sponsors. I really think it's not going to be too hard for us to start getting sponsors in the space. Like, we have plenty of room to put little logos. Boop, 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 boop,
Yeah,
boop, boop,
and
everywhere.
it doesn't even have to be. It could be like any product that we would like. Like
Literally
as
any
long as we
product.
like it. Like I'm not gonna just rep whatever.
No, that's not
Unless
how
they're like
we
gonna
go.
pay me like millions. Like
I mean,
that's the only time.
like I would rep a product that I didn't like if it paid a lot, if it was something I still endorse as a good product. Like, for instance, if Budweiser repped us,
Oh yeah.
you know, we don't drink, but like I do, they are one of the highest quality control beer manufacturing companies in the entire world. I
would trust
stand
them.
by their product to be good. I know
Right.
their product is good to whoever likes it. You know, there's Budweiser people, there's Coors people, but like it's a product you know is going to be consistently exactly how it is. Like I buy protein bars, I love the product, but some are melted, some are smashed.
Bit
You know, the
crunch.
quality control isn't that great, but the product is amazing. Where Budweiser, it's bland, cheap beer, and it's always the same, and you know that the quality of that is going to be the same. So like I would rep that kind of product.
Yeah, because I get a few offers now sometimes where they're like, "Can you rep our product?" and like for free or like for an affiliate code. And I'm just like, and they're
No.
like, never heard of Rinkadink.
It's like names are like
Kinda
different
like
syllables
A
and
little iffy,
weird letters.
sketchy, because anybody can sell like supplements, and you know they're trying to sell
Mm-hmm.
stuff to like kind of like cannabis, but like not so that they can do it on like social media and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, look,
And you could probably make a bunch of money, but it's like, why would we sell a product that we don't use? And I use a
Yeah.
lot of supplements. So it's like there are some I would totally rep because I like them and I use them in the days I don't. Oh, I haven't taken my supplements for like 2 days. Maybe that's why I'm all...
yeah, he's in an
Weird
anxious
today.
mood today.
Yeah, I had a little bit of work stuff and then I've just been in a weird mood all day. And I was like, I just want to be productive, but then I don't want to do things. And it's like a tough state, but we got to do them. So we said, let's go do the podcast first and then I can work out, not stress about things, and then get ready and do episode 2 today.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do 2 episodes today.
And then, like, I think too, it's just tomorrow is coming into when I actually have to go hit the road again. And it's going to be, like, I'm just thinking about how difficult my schedule is going to be, having to go and travel around and,
Yeah,
you know, knowing that sponsors are close, but I don't want to lose momentum and then months go by and we blow it because we haven't been on top of it. You know what I mean?
I don't think we will.
I don't think we will either. And I think doing the daily podcast is like a bare minimum, is like to just say, hey, we're still making content for the marketing company. Like we're showcasing lighting, we're showcasing sound, and you're really doing good at your outreach. You just did an amazing proposal or sorry, what'd you do you made the graphics design for some event.
Oh, I made a video
Yeah, she made like a little
like an ad?
promotional. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, she made a promotional thing. It was amazing. It was like it looked as good as any I ever seen. So
why are you bringing that up though?
I just think it's good. I think that we're having stuff that we can like offer to people
but
now.
I'm just still feeling like we're not like doing the outreach enough. Like,
no, I mean, you're right. It's supposed to be 100 a day every day, but how are we going to do that, right? It's tough. Mm-hmm. As long as we're booking stuff, I think it's a good start. And I think knowing the people to book.
Booking stuff for free, y'all. Just so y'all know.
Yeah, booking stuff for free is the first step. Like, if we can't get people to give us free work, and we can't get people to give us paid work. And then soon enough, the people who like didn't want to give us any work will be trying to pay us, and we're going to have to give them a real price of what it's worth, which is a lot.
Yeah, because what we do is a lot. We're really trying this year. Well, we've been trying every year, so it's just like all you can do is just keep going. Yeah. And I really want to get better at putting our faces out there more. Yeah, I think like once like people like start recognizing us and stuff
in the community. Yeah, being recognized within the community of people who actually spend money and like do marketing, and like seeing that this is a brand new podcast and we're getting thousands of views on it, and we're making more and more every day. Yeah, in our shorts, which is fine. I mean, if a product wants to be put in our short, they can be put in it. You know what I mean? There's no reason we can't throw their stuff on it. Mm-hmm. And that a lot of them is local, and that a lot of them kind of know what we do. And I just think we're going in a positive direction, and that's
it's just a slow positive direction.
It's a slow positive direction, but I mean, how long? I mean, it just seems like it's been a long time. It's been a lot of stress, especially been like, you know, I do full time, and we've been working on this for so long that, I mean, we live in a bigger place and we have a kid. And
it was really nice having you for these past couple of weeks to like do our stuff. So now it's like, it does stink. Like you can't just like not go back.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, I'm doing the research. We just made a wish list. By the way, everybody, we made a wish list, and it's all towards business. It's not towards us at all. It's all video equipment, lighting equipment, sound equipment. And just thinking about it, I was like, if we were making money doing this, you know, like good money that not only paid bills but paid towards the business, like how good we would be. It's like the amount of professionalism we want to put into it, but that just comes with doing it more. And I'm seeing some like really famous YouTuber type people like that I was doing research on the stuff that we would need to get or would like to get. And it's like, man, they start off with less than us. They don't do too much. They just really put their face out there that I do video, I do photo. And that allowed them to buy these, you know, $500 to $2,000 lighting setups to like $4,000 audio equipment. It literally has nothing to do with their skill or how long they've done it. Like our stuff is plenty good. Mm-hmm. It's just that that's what they say they do. And so even if their take home is only like $40K a year, they get to buy amazing equipment, and that gives them opportunity to then jump up to the $100K, $200K a year stuff and make really high quality, you know, gear, because their business is related to the work they do. You know, it's like their business is related to this. So it makes it a good business expense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're trying.
Yeah, we're trying.
But yeah. I wasn't really prepped for anything else to talk about today. I did have one story.
Yeah, that was a good story. And then I like totally sidelined it. We like just went right past the bodies.
You're like, cool story, bro. Anyways, let's talk about politics. And then no, it's 11:11. Anyways. Look, the only way to push past anxiety is really just to keep your brain productive or like your body active. I feel like, because I keep getting like that too. I was anxious yesterday, even after I worked out, and I hated that. I was like, why am I still anxious after my workout? But then like once my brain started working more, I felt better. So you'll see like which one. I feel like right now you probably need physical.
Yeah.
To not really think. Because it's hard to not think.
Yeah. No, it's just we're so close, but it seems like so far away. But it's like within our grasp. I mean, just seeing what's out there and like what people have access to. And then I'm looking at these little things. I'm like, if I just get this little piece of equipment for 250 and this little piece here, it's like how incredible our stuff could
It's
become,
not
you
even
know?
but it's not even like our stuff is already good.
It's already as good as anyone around us.
We keep trying to improve, which I get. I don't think it's a bad thing.
No, I think we need to strive to be the best, for sure.
We need to be like actually.
We should be getting something, yeah.
By now, yeah. Because like you said, your people said you can do all this without a website. Like I'm working on my website today and stuff. It's like, you probably shouldn't be doing any of that.
No, we should probably literally just be talking to any people. Like, why aren't we reaching out to the summists and the other people who are actually sponsoring these things? Like, when I went on to Instagram to like our videos and stuff, a lot of the Greenkeepers and Stellar and all those popped up. I don't follow any of those. I'm not good at social media. It's not that there's no offense that I'm not following you.
Yeah, I have to run his account. Like
yeah, she's my social media manager. She's good at social media managing. She manages like 10 accounts at the same time for multiple clients and me. So sorry if I don't follow it, but that stuff is popping up because I follow you and your feed goes through them because you share them so much. So it's like, it's just proof that it's working, that I'm getting these kind of notifications from those companies that I literally don't follow.
It's literally like, I really feel like it's like putting our value out. Like, we have this podcast, you know, it's brand new and we're already getting this much traction on it. And we need sponsors right now.
And if you get on it and you sponsor us, here's the budget list for equipment. Like, it would be working for free, but working for equipment even. Because that would be like if we got the mics and the recorder and we like messed with it and the podcast was improved in quality and you're on it and we rep your stuff. And like, I see that some videos are like sponsored per video. Like, we could sponsor you per month. Imagine having like a monthly sponsor. Like, I'm sure they're paying like $2,000 a video maybe for some people to do it, and we'd be like, do it for $2,000 a month and we'll have your logo on the whole time and talk about you every day for a month. And we can get 5 of you to do that, and that pays our bills and pays for equipment, you know. And we could do daily episodes. Like, how many people are doing daily episodes that are going to show like to 500 people on one short and 200 people on another? It's still a lot. Still a lot of people.
And we're trying to get even more. We're trying to go live while we do this podcast, which would literally bring so much more viewers too. Oh yeah. So like, we're really trying. So I know we're close.
We have a B cam we can set up. We've got a phone. We've got a laptop. We're gonna have a stream deck. Like, we're gonna be. It's so big, you know, what it could be. It's just it takes funds, you know. And even without all that equipment, we're getting these views. So it's like, just imagine like just working for equipment.
Yeah.
So it's like, that could be something real big. So I really think we were right. Like, the website, though, it's really cool. Maybe not even as important as just literally reaching out to, because when I saw the Greenkeepers and it showed you can go to their website and it goes through all their sponsors. Just each and every one of them call and be like, hey, I do videos, do podcasts. And I do promotional posting for social media, because you do promotional posting. Like, you make the promotion. It looked so good, y'all. And then you also reach out to your audience. Like, so you're not only a UGC creator, but you're a graphics designer, and we do this, and we, you know, it's like we do so much for people. And I think it's just reaching out and saying, hey, we do all these things. Here's my account. I've worked with XYZ. I want to improve the podcast. I need new equipment. Would you like to sponsor an episode and buy us 4 mics and cables and a podcast thing, you know, and we can represent you for a month? Because that would be decent. Like, that would be a great start. We can get rid of these little $300 things, have we'd be sounding real good.
Yeah, we just also have a lot of bills to pay off. So I would love to make money instead of, like, equipment would be cool. Also, look, I'm not saying that, but I have these girls to pay off, and I'm like, no money in my account right now. So like, it would just be cool to actually just get some money. And
I mean, hey, that's the other thing, is they sponsor it for cash.
Just sponsor us,
just sponsor us in general. But I mean, I think that would be the more important part, because like, we're banking on them going to the website and then wanting to book there, when we could very easily just call them or literally go to their office.
I should probably be making the pitch deck is probably more important than the website, because then I can email it to them.
I even honestly think just a phone call.
I can't call everybody.
Why
what
not?
do you mean? It's
They have
usually
a phone
like their
number.
store, and like it's not like a actual person I can talk to. Like, look, whatever, I could try. I just thought
get,
we
like,
had
an email.
emails for doing that.
I don't know. All I know is like doing technical sales for so long, I've never had one person ever answer my email ever in history ever. And I've sent thousands of emails, but I do get people to pick up phone calls every once in a while.
I was gonna say you also don't get people to pick up phone calls.
Not every once in a while though. So like if we take it from a 0% email answer to like a 10% phone answer, it's like that's still 10 times more than one.
Okay. Cheers. You talk while I do this. This is that dead air that you need to like be talking, because last time you don't, and I had to say it, and you're like, I can't talk while you cheers. Yes, you can.
It's like it's all bubbly, but I guess it doesn't get that bubbly anymore because I tuned up the audio because we've been doing good, and I tuned that audio pretty well. Like we're really pushing what these two little mics can do, and these are amazing mics. I wish DJI would sponsor us. I love these mics. They're amazing.
Why not message them?
Because they've got like massive sponsors.
They do.
Oh yeah. Because when you're in the video community, like if you sell lenses and lighting and audio equipment, I mean, you're talking about full-time feature filmmaker crew. So like their social medias look so amazing. Like their sponsors are just immense. But these local businesses, they don't market the same as those big billion-dollar companies do, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, not that we can't eventually. I think they would probably get us something eventually.
What would?
DJI, because they're the ones, they also do gimbals, you know? And so whenever a new gimbal is coming out, they'll get a couple top people who do it to review. And I think we're getting better and better and better. And like I could see ourselves in 2 or 3 years maybe getting sponsorships to do like a YouTube video where we review a product.
2 to 3 years?
Like it's a lot of work, and I do it full time.
I've been doing this for 4 years already.
No, but that's a different type of video. That's what I'm saying. A product review video is a totally different type of thing. And I don't think it would be worth our time to get good at doing that even as much.
Oh, you're saying like specifically make like...
A specifically like text specification.
Why do you think it has to be that long? Oh, because it's not like valuable to us? Is that what you're saying?
It's because we could do more doing this kind of content.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm saying. It's
I
like
was
I'd
gonna say,
rather
I could so
do this.
picture you doing that.
Oh, I could so picture me doing it too, because like I like technical stuff. I like setting up lighting. This is fun for me. Like I was a stage tech hand, right? So it's like doing this kind of stuff is actually
And you're
enjoyable.
good at teaching people stuff.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I always think I'm like tough to teach people things because if I don't know the right words for it, I just sort of look at you and be like, get it.
But you're not going to reach everybody though. You have to remember that. So a lot of my boos like what you usually have to say. Some people don't, right? So it's like, but a lot of them I remember like, oh, he's so good at like giving out information and teaching. And I agree. And part of it too could be good because you say it so many different ways, even though it may seem like it's
so
annoying and it
repetitive.
could be annoying to a couple people.
Sure.
It in the long run always helps me because sometimes you have to figure out how to say it to me for me to get it, right? So it's like works for people too.
Yeah, because there's this one thing where it's like innately most people kind of get things, but they need it to be said a certain way. And once they get what the words mean, they're like, oh, okay, duh. All I had to do was this. And I'm like, yeah, why did it take you, 4 years of schooling to learn that, right? And I'm like, well, it took me 4 years of schooling to learn that because the first 3 years you didn't say this exact phrase. All you would have had to do is say that first and I would have got it. And then boom, we're off to the races. Just like I've taken a lot of marketing courses and have practiced for many years, or a year, many, in the marketing space, specifically in different like media buying markets. And it's just like, how do we make money from this? Because now I'm talented in it. And they're like, well, day one, we told you didn't need anything except for to do outreach. And that's the one thing you just refuse to do.
Yeah.
And it's like, a lot of our students, they make an X amount of money when they hit a certain amount of outreaches a day. It's like, are you doing 100 a day, every day for 100 days straight? No. Well, then I don't know where you expect to get the business from with the skills that you have because nobody knows you have the skills. And it comes down to two things. It's either you don't have the skills, you don't know how to relay the skills, or people don't know you exist. And what they say, and what they have said in many different words was, mostly, they don't know it exists. More than anything else.
Yeah.
Because especially when you're knowledgeable in a topic that someone else isn't knowledgeable in, like, you know how little you know about something. Like, I'm an engineer, but I know how much more there is about engineering I need to know to be the best engineer. Mm-hmm. But if I go to anyone who's not an engineer, well, now I'm the smartest engineer in the room, right?
You are.
So it's, you know, for me, it's like I might down my skills. And so it really isn't that you don't have the skill. It's that people just literally don't know you exist. Mm-hmm. And then if that's not the problem, if you're doing the 100 outreaches a day, every day, so they do know you exist, then it's, oh, I'm not a good talker. But you only get better at doing that by doing the outreaches. So it literally all goes back to the, are you telling companies you exist or no?
Mm-hmm. No.
No.
Not enough.
No.
One company every now and then is not enough. And that's the thing is like,
No.
sometimes we bank on one person.
Yeah,
that was happening for a
and
while.
then,
We
and
would
then it
prep.
falls through.
We would prep for an interview for like
Hours.
2 hours before, and like we're waiting, and like you know, that
It's a whole
nothing
day.
comes of it, right?
And it's like we could have just called 10 companies until one is already ready to do work.
Made a whole presentation, made a whole new brand for this person because we were just like so excited.
And then they just didn't want to go that direction, and
They just didn't reply to me.
they just ghost. And it's like, oh, okay. So it's like, and we had like, it was like 2 whole meetings. So it was like a total of, you know, 3 big contacts where they got to meet us in person, and then we got to do a meeting, and they had a follow-up meeting, and we discussed what they wanted. We took a lot of notes. We knew everything that they needed to do for their brand. We knew that they didn't want to be like shorts and cutesy. They wanted to be like dark and mysterious, and we were like, okay, we got a list of equipment that we would need.
We were used to doing, right?
Yeah, and we're experts in something else, so it's kind of good we didn't get it. But it just goes into like, you wanted that thing, and we gave you a fair price for it, especially looking at the market price for what other people were doing in the market. People were charging $10,000 for what was a third of our service offering that we were charging less than half of for. And that was so we could buy different equipment to do specific things that are outside of what we normally do for them specifically. That we would have to have. Like, we would need a drone, we would need certain mics, we would need certain lights that we didn't have. We would have to buy them. So we wouldn't have even made any of that money, because it was different than what we currently do. And but that just goes back to it. It's like, we may not have relayed what we did well, or we relayed what we did well and it just wasn't that. But if we just had not stressed about that so much and talked to 20 companies, one would just say yes. And they're going to have the budget, and they're going to know they need to market. Because like, a company knows they have a marketing budget and they need to spend it to make money, that you need to get people to know who you are. And they're like, I'm just looking for someone to do it. Who's the best in Tucson? These guys reached out to me. They're probably the best, because only the best would actually talk to me and have the nuts to do so. So it's like, that could be us, but
yeah. So we're
yep.
We're on the right path. I can feel it.
But yeah, I definitely think it's like getting. I mean, that's why doing this podcast too. It's cool because we just get to talk about, you know, like we normally do this kind of business talk all day, like every day, and it's like, why not just record it? I mean, if nothing else, it's just a way to pass time and realize that a lot of you might be entrepreneurs too that are like, oh my God, these guys are doing it, right? And they're talking every day, and like that you're not alone, that it's like confusing and difficult. And some of you might be on your first year or your first month of doing this kind of stuff and like totally beaten down, where this is year 4, right, of us basically doing it. And that's year 4 of us dead on going through. That's us getting to over 150,000, 190,000 followers. We had over 200,000 followers across all platforms. Like you're at 1/3 of people following us and still not getting paid over 4 years. So
just not doing something right.
For any one of y'all just thinking like, oh, it's been a month, it's been a year, I'm just like failing, like just stay at it, because even though we aren't getting paid a lot for a lot of the work that we do that's good, we do notice that there's a lot of work that we do that's not good, and we find ways to improve it. So it's like at the end of the day, like no matter what, we're doing the actions and we are getting better. Our audio is getting better. Yeah. And it's not perfect, you know, and it's not going to be perfect until we get perfect everything. But it was echoey. I soundproofed it. The light bled in through the window. I light blocked it. You know, it's like our current lights aren't the best setup, but they're pretty dang good. we do 4K exports instead of 1080, even though it takes 10 times as much of our cloud memory space, just so that we can do really good, high quality clips, at the end, for our shorts and zoom ins and stuff like that. So, what we do, we've learned a lot of. I've modified our camera all crazy too. I used a Dremel. I had to make custom camera parts. No one else is making custom camera parts. I'm telling you that right now.
The thing is also, we didn't record you doing that. And that's what we should be doing. Honestly,
God,
that's the missing factor. I feel like is more behind the scenes,
showing people that we do stuff.
It. I wanted to read some of the nice comments we've been getting on our podcast because I think it's really nice.
That's amazing. Cool. I love when people read comments.
Yeah, right. Because then you get like a shout out, and then I want y'all to know like I acknowledge everything and all the love and support that we've been getting. So because it's like pulling teeth trying to get someone to just like a video for you. So seriously appreciate all the love that we've been getting. And like there's people who are watching right away and like liking it right away, like as soon as I post it. So I think that's just really awesome. But Sheena Marina, my Sheena love, said, I really love how raw this is. Please never lose your authenticity. And then JK Kazi replied, they're the definition of authentic. Jeff's ADHD and nerd culture won't let him be anything but himself.
Oh, no.
And Ella is an amazing person, too. I thought that was nice.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thanks so much.
And then my Jamie Lee XO. Love how real this is. Never change that. Love y'all so much. I have to scroll past some of these negative comments on one of my shorts. I'm kidding. I'm
gonna cry, y'all. These are like so nice.
Yeah, let me finish the nice ones, then I'll go back to the silly, ridiculous ones. In love with the Coco. Y'all remind me of my husband and I. LOL. I love watching y'all. I came from TikTok.
Oh,
like how sweet.
That's great. We love it when people get to talk about their relationships too. We want people to have great relationships.
Yeah, maybe tonight we'll do a relationship based.
That would be cool.
Podcast. I think that would be fun.
That's something we were thinking about too. Is like, if we ever made it really big enough to go do this, we would do like a marriage retreat thing. Where like married couples could learn from people who've been married for like 50 years and like how to have a great relationship and keep it. And that would be good for us too, because it's like we were saying, it's like, oh, we would love to train couples, but we haven't been married 50 years, and it would take literally 50 years to do that. So we'd have to go get people who have been married 50 years. And I think that would be amazing to learn from them. It's like, hey, what did you guys do? How do we do it? And that would make sure. Because like that's the goal, right? Our goal isn't just I just want to be happy. It's like I want to have purpose and be with the person I chose and be good to them and be the best version of myself for them and my family. And see what 50 years together looks like and how to get there. Because that's a real goal. That's a cool goal. It's better than just being happy. Anyone can be happy with little. But to have purpose, like a lifelong purpose, that's beautiful.
I agree. Well, now I don't want to read the silly comments now because this is just such a nice high note. So we could do that another time.
Yeah.
When I get some more.
O'Reilly called too, so that battery's done. So that might be a good time for me to.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Up. Let's hope that my car battery works, you guys.
Yeah. Or let's hope it doesn't work technically, because if it is broken, then that was the problem. If it's not broken, it's a harder to fix problem. I'd rather just buy a battery than, oh no, the battery was fine. Then it's your wires are broken. Now we have a different issue.
Yeah, obviously I'm hoping for the best outcome.
Best outcome. Oh yeah, she's not an engineer. How would she know? She doesn't know what a battery does.
So we love y'all so much. Thank you so much for listening. And until next time.
Yeah.
We're doing
we did positive already with the whole thing because everyone was so positive.
Yeah, no, I don't really think we need to do ending positive messages anymore
because we're just so positive all the time.
There's usually a message in the video. If there's like really not a message clearly, like we're talking about something so silly, then we'll think of a positive message.
Yeah, like your shoes are clean.
Yeah.
Is that the positive message? I added it anyway. You have clean shoes.
Okay. Love you guys.
Guffaw. Yeah, I think it's like a good therapy at the beginning, and it kind of tapers off. You do it every day. It's like a once a week therapy to do guffaw therapy.
Also, we do it with each other all the time now. So maybe like if it's other people and they're seeing us do it for the first time, it's probably funny.
Yeah, it's cute.
And them doing it for the first time, it's funny. Like, obviously, people come to our retreat, hopefully aren't coming back multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
Our retreat's not working.
No, unless, well, I mean, maybe we wouldn't want it to be like Uber, like you wouldn't want it to be like you're about to break up retreat. It would be like you're already with your partner and you just want to make sure you keep it fresh for the next like 3 years. So they come back like every 3 years to make sure it's like a good, like you want to be like, I want good couples to be great couples, not I want bad couples to stay
nicer.
Together. That sounds way nicer because then everyone's happy, everyone's stoked,
Well, I don't
everyone's
think
just
there's
learning to trust their
necessarily
partner.
like, I don't think because they're on the brink of breakup means they're a bad couple. I think some couples have bad communication.
Yeah, let's bring this up in the later podcast.
Okay, yeah.
Because I got to get that battery.
Yeah, let's go. Sorry, you were talking.
I know, I'm a talker. That's the ADHD thing. There's actually a comment on it. We can't end. It's impossible. It does work. Look at us
Bye.
go. Gosh. Bye.
I need to get a button so I can be the one who's in control of turning the camera.
Look, if they want to get the Rodecaster for us, there's a mute button. She can click it.
Hey.
Just get us that thing.
Look
we'll
for
do it
the
for
wish
you.
list.
Look at the wish list. It's there. Bye.